Okay, hey everybody, this is Todd here from Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen, and welcome to Fox Hallow and Friends Give Back. Well, today's October 16th, it's World Food Day, and we've been wanting to do a charity fundraiser for a long time, and No Kid Hungry seemed like the perfect charity as we are very passionate about childhood hunger, make sure kids get the proper nutrition. I mean, the area that Dave and I live in right now, we actually, it's a pretty impoverished area in certain places. So we want to make sure everybody gets a good, healthy, balanced meal and make sure kids get plenty to eat. Because, I mean, childhood hunger is very important. I mean, 1 in 8 children in the U.S. could face hunger alone just this year. But with No Kid Hungry, every $1 donated can provide 10 meals for a hungry child. So with that being said, I'm going to invite our first special guest into the studio. And I'm not sure if you can hear me yet, but Arnie, I'm going to get you guys added here. So
There we are.
There we are.
Hey, Arnie. Hey, Doug.
Hey, how you doing, Todd?
Oh God,
Good. Welcome. And
Yeah,
thank you again.
We're very blue. We're not dead. We're not blue.
We may add some studio lighting to balance the light, but we want to make sure everything's okay. How are you all doing?
Hope good. How you doing?
Great. Let me pull in the microphone so it gets a little bit better sound for you. There we go.
Can you hear us?
Is that better?
Yeah, we can hear you guys fine.
Wonderful. So we are here.
You guys hear everything that I was saying? What brought you guys here to help with this charity here today?
Well, I'll tell you, food insecurity for not just children but for adults is a big deal for me. I know Doug and I have had personal experience with food insecurity, and there was a moment when I was between jobs. Doug was losing clients with his business, and money was tight. There were times that we had to decide whether or not are we going to be able to buy food at the grocery store, or do we cover our bills? And it was very scary for a while. But fortunately, we had some help, and food was available to us.
And being super creative and knowing, what we could do, we just kind of managed. But that's also a skill base that you have to learn, and we'll talk about that more later.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a very big deal, and it's one of the fundamental things we need to eat.
But organizations like No Kid Hungry are near and dear to our hearts. So we're more than happy to help with this fundraiser.
Yeah. And as I said, when kids are fed, they are stronger, smarter, and healthier. You guys agree on that?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. By the way, I'll go ahead and post it again, but there's a link in the chat that went in earlier. And if you can scroll back, it's the place where you can donate to the cause. It's at tiltify.com. It's the link that you see on the top of the screen there. Make sure that you, let me get that link for you again. And make sure it's there. No, I've got to get it again. But it's one of those things that is, like I said, near and dear to our hearts. I want to make sure that everyone is aware that they can donate very easily. Oh, I fixed it.
Yeah, we also have the link at the top of the screen there also, and also in the description on YouTube.
Fantastic.
Yeah, as I said, $1 donated is 10 meals for a child. So any little bit helps, especially with this cause. So with that being said, I'm going to add our other special guest here.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Donna, how you doing?
Let's get so we can both be in screen. So we can. There we go.
Rub our legs like crickets.
And how you doing today, Donna?
Well, I have a little cold, but I was not going to miss this for anything. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm glad you could join us here today. And I just realized, too, I kind of forgot the other half of Fox Hallow here. So let me get him on here.
Whoops.
Nope. Let me get on here because my camera's not aimed at me. Don't want to do that. I'll slide him with you.
Okay, I'll have him kind of.
Yeah, let's get all scrunchy. Hey, Dave.
So, hey, let's see if we can get this. There's 3 of us. Let's try to get this a different arrangement here. That's a little better.
There, that's better.
Mhm.
Something a little better to look at now.
Yeah, this is why he's the tech guru of Fox Hallow
Yeah.
here. So, okay. I think Dave is about ready to start our end. And I know a lot of you guys are excited because we are making pumpkin gobs. So,
Ooh.
Dave, if
Oh,
you
that
are
sounds
ready,
Yeah.
Well,
So, yeah.
we'll do a quick clip here from our friends at Cove Community Theater gave me a PSA. And I'm going to show you here, guys.
No child should go hungry in the U.S., yet 1 in 8 children in the United States could face hunger this year.
Every $1 donated can provide 10 meals for a hungry child. When kids don't have the food they need, they are more likely to miss school, miss class, and not feel well.
However, when kids are fed, they are stronger, smarter, and healthier.
Childhood hunger is a solvable problem.
No Kid Hungry is focused on ending childhood hunger in the U.S., at home, at school, and over the summer by making sure they have the food that they need.
Join baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen as they team up with their friends Pepper Tree Villa and Dinner with Donna for a special live edition on October 16th to fundraise for No Kid Hungry.
So don't forget, it's good times and good food on Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen, so they will see y'all soon.
Okay, guys. Let's go ahead and kick this over to Dave.
Well, you want to come hold the camera?
Yeah.
And put me on instead of you. We have our mobile camera here.
And
get the mic on.
I wanted to give a quick hello to our friend Jess from Google. So, Dave will get our pumpkin gob started here.
On us. Okay. Let's give this a whirl. I am going to start our pumpkin gobs out here with 3 cups of flour in a little bowl. To that, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of pumpkin pie spice. And then a teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of baking powder, and a teaspoon of baking soda. And we are just going to whisk this together so it's all evenly distributed. Okay, that's easy enough. We're going to set that aside here while I get out our stand mixer.
I do like gobs. How about you, Donna?
Oh, those are great. And I bet those smell really great with the pumpkin pie spice and everything.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yep. Autumn in a bowl.
Okay.
All right, now Dave's got our stand mixer ready to go here.
What I need is going to be a cup of oil.
And look, Doug, we're using measuring cups.
Yay!
We're going to put this in our stand mixer.
And I see you have your paddle attachment. That's always good.
The paddle is
Yes, since I know he's in the chat, I'm going to give a quick shout out to Anthony Bain. He is actually who bought us this stand mixer whenever we first started. So I want to give him credit where credit's due. So thanks, Anthony.
Oh, I
Yay,
remember
Anthony.
when that happened.
Yes, it's come in very handy.
Anthony,
Very
that's very generous. Thank you. That's
To
wonderful.
my oil, I'm adding 2 cups of brown sugar. And then we're going to mix this sugar and oil together just until it's smooth.
Remember, everyone, as you're watching, just consider donating to the cause at tiltify.com. The link is there at the top of the screen.
Yes,
The
every dollar
link
counts.
is also there in the chat.
Remember, every dollar donated is 10 meals for the children. So
I'm going to see about scraping the sides here real quick. Oh, that looks good. I think I need to do too much here.
And while you are getting set up, I'm going to do a quick commercial.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
We are going to do a quick commercial here to talk about No Kid Hungry, and then we will be back with more in a second.
During the course of a school year, there are many families that really rely on those school meals. And with the schools being closed, many families are really feeling the crunch.
There should be food for all, no matter what the situation. We shouldn't have to have a public health crisis to realize that there are people who are so vulnerable.
Together, we're able to really target those areas of the county that need this the most right now.
I have seen kids get on the bus and it's like, I'm hungry. I need to get to school to eat. With this program, it's very important because right now there's a lot of parents without job. There was several couples that came and they were crying and be thankful for this because they would have a chance to eat.
And there's more families that are turning to us right now than even were before all of this. And so we've had to make more purchases to be able to stock our warehouse and fill these bags. And we really couldn't do that without the generous support of organizations like No Kid Hungry.
Very good, thank you.
We are back. Like I said, with No Kid Hungry is honestly such an awesome organization, and that's what we're here for today, to raise money for them, make sure we knock out childhood hunger. Every donation helps little by little. As I said, $1 donated is 10 meals for a hungry child. So any donation, use the link at the top of the screen, also in the description. I know Arnie put it in the chat as well. So, Arnie, you know what I think we need right now?
What do you need?
I think we need a moment of floof. Do you think we need a moment of floof?
Sure, why not?
Donna, do you want a moment of floof?
absolutely.
We'll see if people know what a
What is
moment
a,
of floof.
what's a floof?
Oh, Tommy's here from Living the Magic. Hi, Tommy.
Hey, Tommy. Yay, Miss Floof. That was
Very
awesome.
So that has been your moment with Miss Floof. So I'm going to
Yay.
hop back over and help Dave with our next shot.
Wonderful.
I just realized I sound like Tallulah Bankhead.
Okay. So the next step here, now that we have our sugar and oil mixed together, I'm going to put in 2 eggs and a teaspoon of vanilla. And we are going to mix that again. And that's it. That's really all it takes. And now we have this sugary concoction here. The next thing we are going to do is add in our flour mixture that we had earlier. These are actually very simple, but they're so good.
Yeah, Dave actually taste tested the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even get one of them, so what's that say?
And then we're going to mix this into our cookie dough. Give that a minute.
And Todd and Dave.
You guys can smell the pumpkin pie spice from here, and it just smells absolutely awesome.
Oh, absolutely.
That's the best.
It's Cruising Karen. Welcome to the show today.
Hi, Karen.
We're all here to help raise funds for No Kid Hungry. Just a wonderful organization.
And I think that is it.
Now, a lot of all 3 of these recipes we're doing, they will be available. We would share them.
You know what else we need? And I totally forgot. You can't have pumpkin gobs without pumpkin.
You do need the
Kind of
pumpkin.
important.
Yeah.
Oh my
It was
goodness.
sitting right here the whole time. So
I'm
we're going
seeing
to add that next.
I think that would be kind of a little awkward tasting.
I thought something was a little funny with this. So let's try adding that.
I'm seeing in the chat that
We need a
Simba
cup and
too
a half
He's at Hollywood Studios.
of pumpkin.
Awesome.
Okay.
That's wonderful.
1 apple was exactly.
And we're just going to throw this in here.
It was ginormous apple.
That's what we were missing.
How much of that was, how much pumpkin puree? Was that the whole can?
Donna's asking how much.
How much pumpkin?
Yeah.
A cup and a half.
Ah,
Almost the
gotcha.
whole can.
How was that? Not bad. We're eating the apple right now that we have for our recipe.
Mm.
It's tasting just a bit tart because I also just brushed my teeth.
Oh.
I hate, yeah. Ugh.
What kind of apple is it?
It's a Cosmic Crisp. It's
Ooh, those
That's
are
much
yummy.
better.
Yeah, that's my
That's more like
my
it.
new obsession right now.
I like those, and I like pink ladies.
Mm-hmm. I'm starting to see new crop show up the store, so it's my.
Yum. So good.
How's that recipe coming
Okay.
along?
I think we're ready to make cookies out of this.
Okay. I'm going to hop back over to our main camera
Sounds good.
and show what our viewers can take away with just a low donation.
Okay. Sounds good.
By the way, Todd, I wanted to give you an update on the donations right now. Right now, your goal is $1,000 for your fundraiser. You are sitting at $370 raised right now.
Yay. That's awesome.
That's fantastic.
Keep going, guys.
Yeah, keep going.
Yes.
It's wonderful. Thank you, everyone, for your generosity.
Yeah, that is so awesome. I know I've mentioned about a giveaway, especially from our end. I don't know how well you guys can see this, and if Jackson Sharp actually has one of our original Fox Hallow t-shirts, and I think Arnie, you do too, right?
I sure do.
Yay.
But this is ones we had made up specifically for. I know I'm not really the best model for showing this here, but
Very
this
cool.
is the brand new Fox Hallow Kitchen t-shirts.
Love
We
it.
have 5 to give away, so if you guys contribute $20, We have 5 t-shirts. Just let us know what size you need. Karen, it is actually listed at the top of the screen.
I'll post it again.
Active link would be on the description.
Yeah, and it's also the active link is on the in the description as well.
Actually, Todd, if you or David post it in the chat, then you can pin it to the top of the chat, so everyone can just go to the top of the chat and click the link.
Arnie or Donna, can one of you guys?
I just posted it.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't think we can pin it though, right,
Yeah,
Arnie? Unless it's our channel.
I think you have to have your own channel to pin a comment. So if so
we'll just try and do it that way.
There you go.
That works.
Okay. Donna, do you have any comments about childhood hunger? Anything you want to share about it?
From my perspective, I was a latchkey kid growing up, so I would come home hungry. We had food. I was just young and my family was not home. So I know what it's like to go home hungry. That's where my cooking came in, because I would whip things up on my own and just figure it out. But I can say that, childhood hunger is a very large, huge issue. And it affects how our kids perform in school, how they learn in school, just a whole host of things, because it's very distracting. It's as bad as like having them text while they're learning, because it's just distracting when you're hungry. You need to concentrate or focus on what's at hand. And when you have a nutritious, healthy meal, it makes a world of difference.
Yeah, as I said, when kids don't have the food they need, they're more likely to struggle in school, miss class, and just basically just not feel well.
Yeah.
But when kids are fed, I mean, I know from my own personal experience, and especially my mom was a lunch lady, so I was actually one of the ones that enjoyed the school lunches.
Yeah.
But kids are stronger, smarter, and healthier. And I mean, there was a lot of times, especially in high school, I hardly ever missed a day because my mom always made sure I had that food.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, I was very blessed that we always had food in the house, and we were always well fed. But I know I had friends in school that weren't as fortunate. And, even at a young age, I would bring, stuff. I made cookies or little granola treats and stuff. I would bring them to my friends and hand them out because I wanted them to be fed, Mm-hmm. And that's just, how I always have been.
Yeah, and Dave is going to start getting the cookies ready for the gods. So you can probably hear him slamming the cabinet doors in the background. But Doug, I think he's been around you way too long.
Well, don't blame everything on me. But we're talking about children, and that's one of the most important things, because it can cause so many diseases. But we also have to talk about there's also adults out there, and the elderly too. So it's a human thing. We all need to eat. So they do help, all people that just need food, not necessarily. It's the families with the children too, because the adults, I can't hear. There's so many times I hear that the parents will sacrifice to make sure their kids eat.
Yeah.
It's such an animalistic behavior that you'll see the parent wolf, not eat, and they'll just let their cubs eat first. That shouldn't happen in the world we live in today. I know it's a broken record, but we have to bring this up.
Yeah, and I just noticed here from Simba 2 an update.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you. Hey.
Keep it going, guys. As I said, every little bit helps, and trust me, it's good to honestly make a difference in the world.
Yeah, I don't know if
especially
you can
with such a great organization as No Kid Hungry.
I don't know if you can hear this, but
thanks, Arnie. to borrow a line from one of my favorite movies, Death to Smoochie, which Dave knows the reason why I like that movie. You always can't make a difference in the world, but you can make a small dent. And every little bit that we contribute does make a difference. I mean, just from my personal experiences of just volunteering in the past as well, I've helped with soup kitchens, food banks. I know a lot of people from PTV, and I think Donna, you saw it as well too.
Mhm.
Dave and I did the reforestation at Flight 93, which is right near our house as well. So this volunteering and giving back to the community is really something that's really near and dear to Dave and myself as well. I mean, we just finished up here, 3 weeks ago now?
Yeah, 3 weeks ago.
Where I was a co-director and Dave starred in a musical. So, yeah, like we love giving back to the community. We love giving back to charities like No Kid Hungry. So this is honestly very special to us, and I'm really grateful that you guys are along for the ride here with us as well. So I think Dave is ready to make some cookies. So I'm gonna hop over and
fantastic!
We'll show you guys how we do it.
Yeah, show some big screen.
It's a Miss Floof moment again. Yay!
Oh, you're muted, Todd.
You're muted, Todd.
There you go.
As I said, who doesn't need a moment of floof?
That's right.
Okay, so we are going to make some cookies here with the trusty cookie scoop.
What size cookie scoop are you using?
This is 1.5 tablespoons. We're just going to make pretty much a level scoop. And put them on here, as many as we can fit.
Yeah, I think the last time I made these, I got, like 12 to a tray.
12 to a tray, that sounds about right.
Yeah,
You got all of that fit.
Yeah, they do spread. Hey, Park Hoppers is here, Donna.
Oh, hi, Park Hoppers. Hi, Eric and Monica.
Eric and Monica are so nice.
Very nice.
Coming out really nice.
Dave and Todd, all these recipes that we do, you're going to be putting them up on the interwebs, or where are people going to get these? Because they're going to I want to make this.
Yes, absolutely. We will share this on probably Twitter. If anybody wants it emailed, we will be more than happy. So, yeah.
Okay.
Dave's going to go ahead and get this in the oven here for
10 to 12 minutes.
What
just basically whenever the toothpick comes out clean.
Is that at
And then
350?
Follow Dave over here to the oven.
Throw them in.
And that's at
Okay.
350
Silver
degrees.
timer.
Todd?
Let's go with 11 minutes and then we'll check them. And I'll make another set.
350 degrees for the oven. They're muted. There's Todd.
Okay.
So Todd, that oven is set at 350 degrees.
Yeah, 350.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, 350.
Wonderful.
Thanks, Arnie.
Sure. Okay, thank you. Kay just donated.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you, Kay.
Thank you, Kay.
Okay, we are making pumpkin gobs, or as Arnie calls them on the West Coast, pumpkin whoopie pies. What do you guys call them down in Florida, Donna?
Whoopie pies.
Well,
They're delicious. That's what they are.
Yes. The important thing is they are definitely delicious. And honestly, I think these ones are definitely pretty good here. So, anything you guys want to discuss? Anything with you guys' shows or anything coming up?
Yeah, Donna, what's going on with you?
Well, I am streaming next. Will be my big Halloween stream, and that's my kickoff for my Give Kids the World cookie baking marathon. You know, that all day craziness that happens every November. So those are my next two big shows, and then I'm taking a break until after the holidays.
Oh, good for you, Donna.
Thank you.
And what's going on with you guys there, Arnie?
Your own time.
What was that, Todd?
What's going on with you guys?
Well, let's see. As Doug is preparing right now, he's just getting things ready for our recipe. Tomorrow night on our show, we are live, PTV Live, every Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 Pacific, here on our channel, Pepper Tree Villa. We are going to be, we'll be discussing Sherry's craft that she has prepared. She's got, I know she's doing something with a pizza tray that she got at Dollar Tree. So it's going to be a sign of some type.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Yeah, it is going to be fun.
If Dollar Tree was a drug, Sherry's addicted.
We will be mixing a cocktail. We will be discussing the latest Hallmark Channel movie that we watched last night called Autumn in the City.
Nice.
We'll know what we thought of that film. We'll give a review and a rating. We will also be discussing a few things that may or may not have come in the mail.
Ooh.
More
We're going to get an update on the forest.
Yes, we will get
we will even show it. The kitchen is, after we get off, we got 3 things to do, and the kitchen's 100% done for Christmas.
Oh, that's awesome.
So right here, if Arnie moves, I'll turn it on. We put in the village.
Yeah.
And Jess says she can relate,
That's
Arnie.
so cute.
Yeah, Todd, can you zero in on our screens so people can see a better view of the village? There you
are
go.
people that are.
Let me see if I can get the camera even closer to it.
We are known to put up almost 30 plus trees in our not palatial house, but it's just something we really enjoy, and we started 100 days before Christmas. So that's a little bit about us, is that we're big foodies and crafting people and Christmassy people.
That is a collection from Hallmark called Noelville.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's really cool, Arnie.
Sorry?
It's really cool.
Yeah, I like that one. Okay, let's set this camera down again for a bit. Oh, and then there's another tree up there.
That's the kitchen one.
I love it.
We're crazy kids.
Yeah, like we're gonna have about 30 trees when we're all said and done.
Amazing.
And it's a real fun thing that we like to do and share. So,
but yeah,
that's just a little bit out. But we also share other things we like to do. So, but that's kind of it.
Yeah.
I'm finally getting my glasses so I can see.
But yeah, we'll be showing a little bit of the Christmas forest tomorrow night on the show as well.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. We love sharing all this. We also love sharing food. So
you guys just bring happy. That's what you do.
Oh, thank you, Donna. Thank you. Jess likes that we have a refrigerator or a tree on top of the refrigerator.
Yeah, we have, and that's a 3-foot Christmas tree. That's nothing to to balk at. It has tons of little Starbucks ornaments. So the Starbucks cups and ornaments that you get at all the theme parks. See, we're also big Disney fans, so we can't leave that out to tell everybody we are huge Disney fans. So we go to all the parks. Mostly since we're on the West Coast, we're Disneylanders. That's a thing. But we do want to go to Walt Disney World. We've gone to Walt Disney World, been on the cruise. Arnie's been to Disneyland Paris. So where we do that, incorporate that, but it's like narrowing it down. So
Arnie, I figure bring this to your attention there.
It's Cruising Karen. I admire your relentless decorating during the Christmas holidays. It's so festive and beautiful, and it definitely brings joy. Karen, thank you. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. One thing that we do during the holidays as well is a lot of food. We always make sure that we can help provide meals for some of our friends. We do Friendsgiving, Thanksgiving. We feed people cookies during the holidays as well.
I did get some of them.
we have shipped, and we're going to do a lot more. And I also want to appreciate, because we've talked about it, and it's just, when you get caught up in your life, you do, but I'm going to be more conscious of making the fact of making some either quick breads or cookies and bring it to your local firehouse or police station.
Oh, that's awesome.
And, we have one, we drive up and down.
A long way.
Yeah.
We have a firehouse that we literally we drive up and down every day, and I look at it and I'm like, we got to deliver something. We got it. And you know what? It's out of sight, out of mind, but I was thinking about that just recently. So yeah, help people out. Give it to your neighbors. It's the littlest things that people can do. And we all know what's happening in the news, and with the cost of things, be very careful, and watch out for what comes into the mail, and because we hear about what's happening with butter and with sugar. So watch, shop around. And Donna, do you have any tidbits that you can share that helps with people to control some of the cost of food now that it's starting to get a little wonky?
Yeah. I definitely will stock up when there's sales, because you can store your butter in the freezer. So I've been, when it goes on sale, getting like 4 pounds of butter at a time and just putting it in my freezer, because I know I'm going to need it for holiday baking time. And the same with all my baking ingredients and everything, especially when I do my fundraiser for Give Kids the World. Last year, it cost me well over $500 just in ingredients to put that on. And I can't imagine what it's going to cost this year. So I'm being really frugal and picky about what I'm getting and when I'm getting it. But I'm planning ahead. I would say go in with a plan. I think if you make a weekly meal plan too, and go off of the sales that are at your local store and combine it with coupons and things, that really can help save some pennies, and it all adds up.
Yeah, Karen in the chat, she is saying that she went and stocked up on holiday baking items when butter was $4 a pound.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know buying all these extra memberships and subscriptions are just murder, and everything's a subscription or membership. Do try to get memberships that right now, like Sam's Club had it, where you pay the $40, but then you get that $40 back in a gift card to use it and do purchases. So you can get a free membership with Sam's. They have actually great quality of stuff. And then there's Costco, and I know there's different layers of Costco, but we found out what we use on top of gas is the money we get back, the annual pays for the membership. So we just did our stock up at Costco for butter. So our little freezer has like all this butter, because everybody knows if you type in Google and what's going on with butter, it's a thing.
It is big thing.
Like it was just something that dawned on me about a week or so ago. I'm like, I didn't know, and it's all starting to get in the news, and everybody's telling me, "Can you hear what's going on?" So we just watch out and do bulk. If your store has bulk, we're very grateful on ours has bulk.
There's an update there in the chat. Simba 2 says we're at 495.
Yay! We're halfway there.
Yeah, we're halfway there.
Yay!
So with that being said, I think we need another moment of floof.
Agreed.
It might help if I use
Wrong
the right one
floof.
here.
She's really good on that wheel.
Yeah.
Yes, Miss Floof loves her wheel. I've heard her numerous times when I'm been awake for going to work, and I'll be up at 5:30 in the morning and hear it. I'm like,
Yes, we
go
had
to bed, Floof.
my older brother had a guinea pig, and it had no understanding concept of time. So it had a squeaky wheel, and it wanted to do squeaky wheel when everybody was asleep. So let's just say it was loved but not loved.
Yes, and the reason why I show Floof and not her brother, Mr. Yeti likes to push his wheel up against the food dish, and then all you hear all night is grind, grind, as the wheel's rubbing up against the food dish. It's just like, So, with that being said, Dave, how are we coming along with the cookies?
About 2 minutes.
2 minutes on our first round of the gob shells. So, let's see here.
So Simba 2 is saying that they can't afford Kerrygold butter anymore. It is pricey.
It's
great stuff.
Yeah, there is.
But yeah, it is pricey.
Yeah, you have to do it. And you see these trends, and everybody gets sucked on trends because of social media. And I don't know, I'll talk to you about this offline, but there's a trend right now with butter that people take a wad of butter. I don't know if it's multiple sticks. They get a giant platter, smear butter all over it, super thin, and then they put...
Oh, yeah, butterboard.
It's called a butterboard. And that's also exploding and getting the supply issue because that's the new hot thing. I'm kind of cocking my head like, huh? But I'll talk to you, Donna, after show about what you think of that. But everybody
just for every greet a new person that just entered the chat here, Evan. So hi, Evan, and thanks for subscribing.
Evan,
yeah, appreciate you showing up here today.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And there is the timer. So let me hop over and show you guys what we did.
Awesome.
Oh, that's great. Donna, what do you have on the menu for today?
Well, today I'm making something really simple but so delicious. It's apple pie crescent rolls. And my secret is going to be in what I do to the filling as well as what I do with the icing.
Okay, that actually is a hand pearls moment.
We will be with ours, if you guys already know what I've been prepping and doing because I have it. Ours is going to be a apple fritter, quick bread, or like a cake. So think of like...
I'm so glad I didn't pick that. I almost did that.
So they called it, and but it's like an apple fritter quick bread. It's going to be in a loaf pan, but they call it like a cake. But it's going to taste and look, and I've seen different ones in books and seen it on the interweb and all that really cool stuff. So I created a recipe because so many people have different type of...
I need the button for Dougisms.
So many people have different types of sugar and everything and fat and...
Oh, how are the cakes, guys?
They smell absolutely awesome.
They look great.
They do.
They are super soft. You can smell the pumpkin. And we're just going to fix off the mix here, and then we will get our cream filling for the middle.
That looks like Ben wants to have some.
Yeah, whenever I did the test run of these here 2 weeks ago, they turned out absolutely fantastic. And as I said, I didn't get one. Somebody else did, but...
Oh, look at that. Karen says that she likes Plugra butter. You know what?
Plugra is European.
It's fantastic for like caramel and brittle.
Yeah, English toffee. I got to be very grateful to have someone show me at Disneyland the Disney recipe of English toffee this year.
Wow.
So I will be making that, Donna. So
yum.
They do everything And that's,
Yeah,
I mean,
and of
we're
course,
talking.
We'll get that recipe to you as well.
Yeah,
Donna.
this was shrunk down, and that they shared it because they said, okay, this is more for the home baker because they use theirs by everything's. And you had a friend back in eons and eons in the late 90s. He calls it 10, 10, 10, and 10.
Oh, yeah.
They do everything like the
10 pounds.
You know those huge cans you see at a restaurant supply?
Yeah, the number 10 can.
Those are number 10 cans,
Yeah.
exactly.
And 10 pounds of this. And you'll see recipes, everything's done in tens.
Yeah.
Oh,
big batches.
Like 1-0. So
they're making for the masses.
Yeah.
All right. And I've got an update here, guys.
Woohoo! Yay!
Oop. Might help if I click the right thing there.
There we go. 5.
Yay!
Yay! That's
Keep
fantastic.
it going, guys.
Everyone, thank you for your generosity.
Mm-hmm.
Why we're here? We are here to raise funds for No Kid Hungry. That is.
And Arnie, I was going to tell you guys, we are extending the fundraising efforts through Friday. Dave just told me we have it set,
Right.
so keep it going, guys. The more we can help out, the better things are going to be for definitely everybody involved.
Wonderful. We will definitely be mentioning the fundraiser tomorrow night on PTV Live. That's
And
wonderful.
with that being said, I'm going to cut to a clip here.
Oh, great.
During the course of a school year, there are many families that really rely on those school meals. And with the schools being closed, many families are really feeling the crunch.
There should be food for all, no matter what the situation. We shouldn't have to have a public health crisis to realize that there are people who are so vulnerable.
Together, we're able to really target those areas of the county that need this the most right now.
I have seen kids get on the bus and it's like, I'm hungry. I need to get to school to eat. With this program, it's very important because right now there's a lot of parents without job. There was several couples that came and they were crying and be thankful for this because they would have a chance to eat.
And there's more families that are turning to us right now than even were before all of this. And so we've had to make more purchases to be able to stock our warehouse and fill these bags. And we really couldn't do that without the generous support of organizations like No Kid Hungry.
Very good, thank you.
Very, very worthy.
Yeah. I mean, first off, I want to thank you guys, Arnie, Doug, and of course Donna. You guys are honestly three of my favorite people, especially Doug. I mean, who doesn't love Doug? I'm sorry, I don't have the Dougism graphic, but
I want to talk about the movie last night, but I don't think Arnie wants me to share the quote that came from the movie.
No,
last
you'll
night.
have to tune in tomorrow night.
But,
we need to keep it PG, Doug. We need to keep it PG.
It's a lot of real, but it's a lot of show too. I mean, people, when they've seen us outside of the world of a tiny screen on, this streaming to when we meet in person, I have been very grateful people just turn around and say, you guys are exactly like what you guys are on in, the virtual world outside of being inside, out in the meeting people real world. There's a lot of people that can't do that. And I don't believe that. So I've had people come up to us and I do like to share. It's not a bragging thing, but you see what you get. And that's what I think is authenticity. But I want to, when we have some downtime to share, I'm not a picky food person, but I always like to talk about food. And it's always a conversation when it comes up. What is your absolute favorite dish that just brings you all kinds of feels? And what is something now that you're an adult that you'll never eat again? And I'm not picky, but I do have a couple. I do have one of each of those. I like to hear what other people have because it's fascinating. I see that post up on all the social media sites. But what are all yours? I mean, what is the one thing that as an adult you'll just never eat again that you had to eat as a kid or just in general? And then what is the one thing that you just absolutely love to make and eat? And I'm talking more dishes than an actual physical piece of food.
Well, with me, and I can say this since my mom isn't watching right now because she's on vacation. She and my dad just actually celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary yesterday. So I want to give them quick acknowledgement for that. But my mom used to make liver, and yeah, no comment on liver. But coming from my end, and I also used to work in an Italian restaurant, pizza shop back in the day, and learned how to do everything from scratch. My boss was originally from Brooklyn, and he showed me how to make pizza dough from scratch, red sauce from scratch. So I honestly, I think my favorite thing has been making chicken cacciatore strombolis. I think that's my go-to things I love making.
Strombolis are delicious.
That's incredible.
Which actually, I think I did make it as a episode here on Baking with Fox Hallow. Donna, what about you?
Well, for me, I grew up, I know most people know this, with a Middle Eastern background. But my dad was English and French, and he was a firefighter. So yay, Doug and Arnie, for bringing stuff to the firehouse, because that means something to me personally. But he would make this bizarre concoction of scrambled eggs with fried bologna and ketchup. I never, ever want to eat that ever again. I like it when I was a kid. I will not eat it now. And yeah, as far as what I love, I do love all the Middle Eastern food that my grandma and my mom taught me how to make, kibbeh, tabbouleh, hummus from scratch. And I just love all of that, spanakopita. So yeah, I just love all of that stuff.
Spanakopita and hummus. That just sounds so good right now, Donna.
I know. I'm hungry.
Mine is the one thing that I grew up on, and I just hated it. And it came back in the world, I think in the late teens decade. And I vowed to never jump on that bandwagon because there's always that one food that everybody wants to bring back, is tuna noodle casserole with canned peas. Oh my gosh, I hated it as a kid. I will never. It is nasty. Just don't like it. And just a lot of different things. Just like, I heard it. It's like, oh, tuna noodle casserole, like Bon Appetit was talking about, was getting in social media. I'm like, oh, no, that's not going to happen in that world. But I love so many different things. And this might sound silly, is my macaroni salad. I don't know why I make it so much and we eat it so much. I love that. I mean, that is the one thing I love, and different types of other ones I'm addicted to our air fryer. So we make these Parmesan ranch air fried pork chops.
Ooh.
Oh my God, it's like once a week, if that. I mean, there was one time I made it twice a week.
Yeah, it seems that this food conversation is resonating with people.
But those are my, like, there's a lot more I really, really like a lot. The liver and onions, I wouldn't even put that on the category because that's kind of like a universal thing. I've had it. It did nothing for me, but I know it could be done very well. I would eat it. It depends on who's making it and how it's made. But it's not something I won't seek out for. But if it was part of something.
And I would just like to add, one of my new favorite things to cook is PTV's Best Ever Pot Roast. Everybody loved that. And I have picky eaters in my house, and they loved it. And they loved it when I used the leftovers to make the sandwiches.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah, you've done that because I explained it. I'm like, we do. It's kind of like a French dip sandwich in a sense.
Mm-hmm. It was delicious.
Yeah, that is one of those things. And that's why I said it's like you can find these chuck roast cuts to meats, find them on sale, and put it in there. You're good to go.
Oh gosh, pot roast is just wonderful. Now, for me, growing up, my father absolutely loved potatoes and meat. He was a meat and potatoes guy. He loved potatoes so much he would make potato sandwiches. Just take a couple slices of white bread, put potatoes down, and mustard.
My mom did that. Told you we were separated at birth.
Yeah, you know what, Donna? You're absolutely right. I don't know why he loved that. Maybe it was some kind of child comfort food because he grew up during the Depression. It was that
My mom
time.
too.
So food was tight. It was very hard. So they got creative. But for me, it was this dish that my mom would make that my dad loved. It was a simple broth with meat,
ground beef.
Just ground beef that had been broken up, and then she would add potatoes and water and just barely any seasoning. That was dinner, meat and potatoes. And I never, ever want to have that again. I do remember one time that she tried dressing it up with dehydrated vegetables, but it didn't help. It just did not help.
The funny thing is, we were talking about that years ago when we first met. My mom would make the exact same thing. It was ground beef with a little saute with some onion. She'd pour some milk over it, put some cheese, layer some potatoes on it, sliced potatoes really thin, more milk, more cheese, put a layer of ground beef, a little milk, a little cheese. And it was not something so it's funny that it was a very similar that he had, and I grew up with the same thing. I don't know what was up with the ground beef and potatoes thing.
Thank you, Karen. Yeah, I know. It's just the way it was.
But what is the thing that you like the most?
Doug, I need to add something on to your butter soapbox speech here.
About the butter board, or like people thinking
butter in general.
Hoarding
my
butter.
mom used to get white butter in. And whenever my grandma Dawson, her mom, used to always come over for dinner, she would actually make fun of my mom for the white butter, because she'd always tell my mom the white butter doesn't come from good cows. I never quite understood it, but my mom said back in like World War II times, they used to add like yellow food coloring to the butter just to add that yellow texture to it.
Well, they do it to this day. It's called annonate. It's a color to make it actually yellow, because butter should be 100% white.
Yeah. When my mom was little, she said that it wasn't butter, they would get margarine, and they would actually have to take a yellow capsule of food coloring that came with the margarine and mix it up to make it look like the butter we know, so that it seemed edible. I guess it was a mental thing, because enjoying food is very visual.
Yeah.
That was always one of the things that stood out with Grandma Dotson. She'd always tell my mom, "Oh, your butter doesn't come from good cows." So, okay. With that being said, does anybody have an update on our fundraising efforts here?
Let's see. We are at $520.
Wow. $520?
Yeah, $520. So we are more than halfway there.
That's awesome.
For today is $1,000 for No Kid Hungry.
But even if we reach $1,000, there's no stopping. I mean,
you just
every
want
little bit helps. I mean, okay.
So how are the gobs coming?
Dave is getting ready to get set up on making the cream filling.
Oh, fantastic.
So as soon as he gets everything measured, we'll cut back over to him.
Wonderful.
And Donna, I didn't catch what you said you were making for your...
Oh, I am making apple pie crescents.
Okay. And then I heard Arnie and Doug, you guys told me what you guys were making last night, so...
Yeah.
Already mise en place. I mean, it's going to just quick and simple, and ours takes an hour to bake. So, I don't know if you'll see the finished product most likely because it has the coolest scope to put the glaze on it to look like an apple.
What we can do is we can show the final product of the bread that we make on PTV Live.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You should do a taste testing.
And with George, he said his mother boiled everything. Didn't matter. Just boiled the life out of it, and maybe on a special day she would add salt and pepper.
Wait, call it good.
That was, I would have to say, a lot of my relatives, and I go back to Mama, I don't know what was the thing about boiling the life out of vegetables. I grew up with it, and then as I got older, I'm like, you actually do not ever need to boil vegetables. So there's blanching.
I just thought of something else that I will never eat ever again as long as I live on this earth. And that is salmon cakes that my grandmother used to make. I used to get so little. She'd keep some of the little bones in.
Oh.
And you could feel like the little vertebrae like crunching in your mouth. And I'm like,
oh, no, that's not pleasant.
No.
There's other, there's little things that we, they do, but generally there, you get these, like I said, the things that come up and says, how many points for, and then they, they list it off. And there's stuff that I just don't care for, but I would eat. I would genuinely eat. There is only there was like 40 different things. I think there was 5 things that I would say, you know what, it's kind of a hard pass. But I heard so many other people write their comments of how many points that you would, these are the list of things. You can see all these stuff again. You remember all these stuff you see on social media? And some people would have like 30, 35. I know there's unfortunately a lot of picky eaters. Thank God I'm not one of them. But that's sad that you see that number that high. And a lot of that stuff to me, I think is just very normal. But that was the very unfortunate thing is that we've created our world and we manufactured food and learned with food. And going back about learning to cook, it's a learned thing. Ben, we make fun of Ben, but it's a real thing. He just never gravitate to understanding because unfortunately with education, a lot of parents are not doing it to bring it down to their kids, but also schools don't have a thing called home ec. I loved home economics. Yeah, that actually taught me a lot. Plus, also was very like undertow in the kitchen with my grandmothers, and I was always in the kitchen. And I started early. I wanted to know. I was addicted from a young kid.
Yeah, I mean, I've mentioned it on our show before. I'm extremely grateful for my mom and my grandmother, especially, showing me all these recipes that they learned. Oh, sorry about that. But with that being said, we're just going to take a quick break here and just remind everybody why we're here today.
No child should go hungry in the U.S., yet 1 in 8 children in the United States could face hunger this year.
Every $1 donated can provide 10 meals for a hungry child. When kids don't have the food they need, they are more likely to miss school, miss class, and not feel well.
However, when kids are fed, they are stronger, smarter, and healthier.
Childhood hunger is a solvable problem.
No Kid Hungry is focused on ending childhood hunger in the U.S., at home, at school, and over the summer by making sure they have the food that they need.
Join baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen as they team up with their friends Pepper Tree Villa and Dinner with Donna for a special live edition on October 16th to fundraise for No Kid Hungry.
So don't forget, it's good times and good food on Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen, so they will see y'all soon.
Okay.
They did
And
such a great job with that, by the way.
I know. That's really good.
Credit Dave showed me how to use our editing software and kind of having a concept in mind. And I don't know if Jackson is still in here. Jackson, can you say hi if you're still in here? Jackson was actually part of the video itself.
That's awesome.
And,
I love it.
I'm really grateful that a lot of my cast was able to help out with that PSA there. So I'm just kind of waiting for Dave to finish up here, and then we will do the cream filling for our gods.
Great. So, Doug, what's going on with your recipe?
I don't know if you want to tag or you want to wait until you're completely finished, or do you want us to? Because I don't mind getting interrupted because we just got to, throw this together and start doing some stuff. Or do you want us to wait?
We'll be done here in about 30 seconds. So, and I just brought attention here to Jackson Sharp. He was actually in the hat in the PSA there. So
good job, Jackson.
Oh, great, Jackson.
Jackson was actually in my directorial debut last summer. I kind of stumbled across him last minute, so we've got to give a shout out to Bestie, even though he has lost his Bestie privileges once in a while. So, and what's going on here with Dave? Almost ready. He says he's almost ready here, and then I believe. Which one of you guys wants to go next here?
I'm game for whatever. Mine takes like hardly any time to prepare, and then like maybe 10 minutes, but then it needs to bake about 12 to 15 and then cool a little bit, and then we ice it.
How about if we do this? Why don't we go to Donna first?
Okay.
She can do her thing, and then as hers is baking, we can throw ours together.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds good. Okay, so do you want me to start, or are we waiting for Dave?
I'm ready. He just
Okay,
gave me
ready. Okay.
Yes, he said he just gave me the green light here. And just want to remind everybody here real quick. I don't know if the shirts are still available, but we can actually order more if it comes time. If you want to be part of the coolest of the cool, the Fox Hallow fam, contribute $20 to our fundraising efforts, and we'll send you a official Fox Hallow Kitchen t-shirt.
Yay.
Wonderful.
So I will cut over here to Dave.
Okay. I have a question too. On the gobs, now when he took them out of the oven, how long would you recommend letting them cool before you ice them? Like
basically, we just kind of do it as almost cool to touch, and then we'll wrap them almost immediately in plastic wrap and get them in the freezer because
nice.
We actually, and my mom even recommended this too. After you put them in the freezer, I think the flavors kind of get to settle in, and they're a lot more tasty that way.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, I'm going to cut over to Dave.
Sounds good.
Wonderful.
That's not Dave. That's a bowl.
All right. So what we're going to do for our frosting, for our center, we have 8 ounces of cream cheese, which is room temperature. And then I have a stick of butter, which I've softened in the microwave here just a second ago.
I think that's more than softened, but
Yeah, it was only a couple seconds, so it does what it does. And we're going to cream these together real quick with some vanilla, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And just sort of cream this together.
it's so fluffy.
Not fluffy, fluffy.
Fluffy, not floofy. Yes.
Okay. And to that, we're going to add 3 cups of powdered sugar. I'm only going to do a little at a time.
Yeah.
Because otherwise we will have a storm.
Yeah, you don't want it flying everywhere.
You get a nice cloud of sugar. It's hard to breathe.
We'll have a storm cloud going.
Yeah, I find that using a hand mixer, you have a lot more control with something like that.
Agreed.
It's great to have different tools available for your needs when you're baking like this.
That is so true. Having the right tools is so important. It makes the job so much easier.
That is looking pretty good. We're going to add some more cream cheese. Or not cream cheese, powdered sugar. Cream cheese is already in there.
And for everybody here at home, What do you guys pronounce that? You pronounce it cream cheese or queen cheese, like Dave pronounces it?
It's cream cheese.
Dave likes to pronounce it queen cheese. And then also, what's the center of the egg called, Doug?
A yolk.
The yellow.
No joke, it's a yolk.
No joke.
Would you like to tell them what you call it?
It's a yolk.
He calls it yolk.
Yolk.
Well, there is an L in there.
There is an L.
Be
Yeah.
fair.
Mike Wheeler, thank you so much for helping with the effort he just donated. We're up to $540.
Yay, Mikey. Thank you.
Mike Wheeler, thank you so much for your help. Doug's looking at one of our ingredients and says, "Oh, it's cultured. Must be fancy."
It's refined.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was again going back to the Dollar Tree about you're talking about kitchen gadgets and whatnots, and was it woozies and whatnots, and what Ariel says in Little Mermaid.
And that is it. I have a nice creamy filling here that's ready to go.
Let's go, Lord.
We'll get this cleaned up and we will ice a couple dogs and let you know how they are in just a second here.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Those are going to be good.
Yes. Honestly, Donna, these things are absolutely divine.
Yum.
And we have a question here from George Dave.
Yeah.
George wants to know if you will be singing us a song too.
No.
Jersey Mike, welcome
for
to the
charity.
show. It is for charity, Dave.
It's for charity.
I think I'll get a second opinion. Jackson, what do you think? Do you think Dave should?
I don't have any songs.
You sing your lament from Fractured.
It doesn't make any sense out of context.
All right, come on over here, quick.
Hang on.
Just so you guys know, Dave is actually very trained as a singer. So George and Jackson both have seen Dave sing and heard Dave sing.
Mm-hmm.
And Dave was actually in a couple of local bands in the area. So
Nice.
Nice.
That was back in the day. This is the little lament from the show that we were in. I play a cop who's kind of just had it. He's been doing this forever, and he's just he's done with it. And at the end of the scene, he goes out and he sings, "You're 34, every day is the same. Same crime scene, same dirty street, nothing changes. This schmuck's been robbed 3 times this year and we ain't even made it to June. Another unsolvable case, another criminal's getting away. It's just another day in Chicago."
Hey, how very Les Miserables.
Yeah, very Les Mis.
yes,
That was awesome. Good job. He took one for the team.
Of David Fox. So.
Yeah, he's a classically trained professional singer, can write music, can do all of it. With me, when I try to sing, I break mirrors.
Oh, this just came up. Donna can sing her Pepper Tree Villa song.
No,
no. So silly.
I love it.
No.
Thank you, Donna.
Love you, PTV.
Thank you, Donna.
Anyway, does anybody have an update on our fundraising?
Well, let me go ahead and pull that up right now. I see that we have, we are at $540 raised.
Great job, guys.
Great. That is so wonderful. Everyone,
As I said, we are continuing the fundraising through Friday this week. So any chance you guys have to donate a little bit, as the saying goes, a little bit goes a long way. And Donna, you're getting
But I have a cold.
Donna, trust me, it can't be as bad as me. I sound like a cat caught in a muffler. Jackson, don't even say one
I'll
word.
do it because it's for a fundraiser, but I'm just going to make this one point too. Remember, you guys, that every dollar you donate provides 10 meals for a hungry child. So
Yes.
donate, please. Okay, are you guys ready, PTV?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay. Pepper Tree Villa. Pepper Tree Villa. A pepper, a tree, and a villa make 3. Pepper Tree Villa.
Woo-hoo! Yeah. You need to do the applause sound.
It's so horrible when I'm all congested.
But yes, I will say this much. Jackson, who's in the chat, him and Dave are the only two that have ever actually heard me singing in public. And I sound like a cat caught in a muffler, so there will be no singing on my end here. All right, gonna hop over with Dave, and we're gonna ice some cookies, and then we will kick it off with Donna.
Wonderful.
Yay.
Yay.
In here.
Ooh, those look ready to be filled.
There you go.
I'm very excited.
Okay.
I
So what it helps to pair them up ahead of time to find the right sizes so they all match. And we're just going to take some of our frosting that we just made and fill a cookie with it. Doesn't take that much. I usually pipe these, but for now we'll just spoon them.
Yeah, the last time I just spooned them on whenever I did the test run of them, and it just worked just as fine. But normally we take a piping bag and
swirl it around and
make them look all fancy schmancy.
A piping bag is very, very helpful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I still want one of those.
I know. My mouth is watering right now, Donna.
I know. I'm like,
No.
darn, I wish I was there to try that.
So yeah, we're in the East Bay of the San Francisco Bay Area. Todd and Dave are in more Western Pennsylvania, and Miss
Let's continue
Donna,
with the rest of these.
Orlando, Central.
But these are excellent.
Okay. I'm going to hop back over to the main screen, and we'll let you continue icing these, and we'll kick it over to Donna.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Okay, Donna, your turn.
Okay. So I'm going to grab one ingredient from the fridge, which would be my crescent rolls.
Are these the yummy Pillsbury ones?
I am. So simple. I love this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through my ingredients real fast with you guys and show you what I'm doing. And then I'll put my camera down so you can see me prepping.
Okay.
But yeah, so I have a can of good old crescent rolls. Can't go wrong with that. Oh, and my oven is preheated to 375 degrees. So we also have some apple pie filling and whoops, there it is. And I did get the Walmart brand because that's all they had. I usually like to use the Comstock, but they didn't have any. So I'm going with this, and I'm hoping it tastes really good. And I'm going to zhuzh it up and jazz it up with a little bit more cinnamon. And then our frosting I'll go over with you later because that's my secret weapon. So what we're going to do, there you go. That good?
Yeah, that was great, Donna.
Okay, great. So I'm just going to open my can. Luckily, it's a, oh no. That's what happens when you buy the Walmart brand. The whole top. Now, how did I open it? Well, I have a can opener just in case. So I will, we make do, right? Let's see.
I can't say Walmart. I watch too much TV. There's a show called Superstore, so I call Walmart Cloud 9.
Cloud 9.
So I can't say it. So every time I was like, oh, let's go Cloud 9.
Let's hope that worked. Oh, it did. It came right off. There you go. So if your pop top falls off, Just use your can opener and do not fret. So wow. Doug, look at this. It's really chunky.
Oh, wow.
You might have to chop those up a bit.
I think I'm going to. I
Yeah,
had
that
it
is.
on it. I'm going to see if I can do it with like a fork or something, but my goodness. I was expecting, the little bite. Look at
The
those.
little tiny bite-sized cubes.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Are they crazy? All right, I'm going to get a fork. I did not intend to do that.
Yeah, leave it to Cloud9. I mean, they have great selection and stuff, but
because it's also going to be really sticky. I
My.
don't know. Have you guys been having issues finding ingredients?
Yes.
For like what particular thing? What do you?
Like I couldn't find the right apple filling, and I couldn't find. I can't find the right like sugars that I'm used to using, and I don't know, just craziness. But this is going to be a little extra step, so sorry about that, everybody. But I'm just going to break them down with my fork as best as I can. Because if I was to take it out and put it on a cutting board, it'd be really sticky and messy. I should have just put it in my Vitamix, but that would have probably pureed it. My goodness. Why didn't they chop the apples? It's funny because it reminds me of last night. We ordered takeout, and one of the choices for a side was apple slices. So Sam picked apple slices, and you would think they would be what? Apple slices, right? They cut the whole apple into just fourths. They left the seeds, the core, and everything. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Great. So here we go. I got it pretty manageable now. So I'm going to zhuzh it up with some cinnamon. And I'd say I put maybe like a half a teaspoon. I'm just going to stir it. ASMR right there. Okay. So now all we need to do is open our crescent roll dough. There we go. And I'm going to get my food safe gloves to work with this just so it's not so messy. Okay. These are for you, Doug. I've got my gloves. Plus, I have a cold, so I don't want to spread my germs to my family. All right. So we're going to unroll these, and we're going to separate them. There'll be 8 pieces. Whoops, that one broke in half. That's okay. 1. I don't want to perforate. There we go. 2. And I can't see and hear you guys anymore, so I'm not sure what happened, but hopefully you're still there. All right, so now we're going to put a good spoonful of apple pie filling in each crescent. And I'm going to do 4 at a time and then put them on my baking sheet. They smell really good. Get a good spoonful there. There we go. Perfect. Get a little more there. Okay, so now you're just going to roll them up, and you roll it the biggest, largest, widest side to the small little corner tip there. There we go. If any filling falls out, don't worry about it. Just kind of tuck it in. I really was surprised at how chunky the apples were, but that's okay. All right, there we go. And now I'm going to grab my baking sheet. And I've got, foil, not foil, parchment lined baking sheet. We're going to put these on there. My can opener's in the way. And here's 4. And then I'm going to do 4 more. I'll put the extra apple over there. And I've got 4 more to do. There we go. And if your dough tears, you just kind of press it together. For some reason, this can is not as perforated as it should have been. So they're like they should at the perforations. They should come apart really easy, and they're one of them on the end, I believe, is tearing. But that's okay. You just push it together, and the warmth of your hands will just make it seal.
Donna, that looks really tasty right now.
Thank you. It smells really good. I just wish they would have chopped the apples up. I don't understand why they didn't do that.
Yeah, that's kind of odd. Well, maybe they just.
I've never seen that. I've used apple pie filling before.
I've never seen it so chunky either.
Because really, when you even do an apple pie, you don't want like almost a whole apple or a quarter of an apple. You want slices, or you want chunks, but not like a whole apple. This is not apple dumplings or anything like that.
It's like an apple, like eighth.
Yeah, it's funky.
Okay. So I've got those done now. I'm going to put my cutting board aside because it got all appley. And you could always, if you weren't going for a quick thing, you could make your own apple pie filling. That's probably the best thing to do. But here they are. I'm going to pop them in the 375-degree oven for about 12 to 15 minutes. And then we'll pop them out, let them cool a little bit. And while they're cooling, we can make the ice cream.
Okay, great.
Yay.
Well, shall we get started on ours then?
Are we ready?
I think we're ready to start on our end.
Yeah, I have got this down to military precision. So again, we're making apple fritter quick bread, or apple fritter cake, essentially.
Let me raise the camera
so
that you can see it too.
You'll see what we have already. I've already chopped up in small little, they call it chopped, small little cubes of any preferred baking apple. Oh, you don't have it down?
What?
What we're doing? Are you going to show me?
Oh, no. We'll just show you how
okay, so here's the apples. It's cinnamon, white sugar. Again, I'll put the ingredients in. I grated some fresh nutmeg in it. Not much, maybe a quarter of a teaspoon. I like more warm spices in my apple stuff. Usually people just put cinnamon.
Fresh nutmeg is so good.
So I just
pre-ground.
So I ground all my fresh nutmeg, so I'm zhuzhing it up. So I just put it in there just a sprinkle to get that little bit more autumn feel. Then I did a sprinkle of brown sugar and cinnamon, because that will be going on. This is all going to be layered. So it's going to be like a cake, quick bread. So half a stick of butter with 3/4 of a cup of white sugar, which these are Tupperware. And I'm going to tell you guys a little quick thing that I just found out this past week. That Tupperware, it's been around since 1957, has always been like a Tupperware party where people go and, it's like a multi-level thing. They're now going to sell Tupperware at Target.
Are they really?
Yep.
Yeah, they're starting to Target.
Wow.
Doug is creaming the butter with the sugar right now.
You can do this with a hand mixer or your KitchenAid, but I don't want to bring out the behemoth. So
I'll bring the mic closer to our mouth so you can hear us.
So I'm mixing this until it's light and fluffy or whatever it needs to be. It's room temperature butter.
It's looking very close to it.
Yeah, it's definitely light and creamy and getting fluffy.
Yeah, it's looking really good there.
Yeah, I think it's definitely light and creamy. Just want to cream it. And then we're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. One.
Okay, I'm also going to bring the camera over this way so that we can see down as well.
Ooh, nice overhead shot, Arnie.
Oh, good.
That looks great.
And then 1 egg at a time. 2 eggs, so. One.
There we go.
And I bake with everything at room temperature. So I even take the eggs out.
Yeah, I do the same.
Hey guys, I kind of wanted to just give you guys an update. We are still at $540, but I wanted to acknowledge somebody. I'm not sure if she's still in the chat or not. Victoria Ward. I just looked. She gave us $150.
I know Victoria. She's amazing.
No Kid Hungry. And her
Victoria,
message,
thank you.
her
Victoria
message says,
is very generous.
I worked more this week and made a little extra money. I thought I would be saving it, but I wanted to donate it to No Kid Hungry.
Oh, Victoria, that's amazing.
So thank you again, Victoria, so much.
He definitely gets a shirt.
Oh,
yes. Yeah, Victoria, get a hold of me, and you are definitely getting a shirt. So, with that being said, back to you guys.
Oh, that is looking nice and creamy now, Doug.
I love it.
Wow, that looks great.
So I got this down. Okay, so then I'm going to be moving this bad boy. Let's move this over. Let me get my other bowl. Let's do the dry super quick. 1.5 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon each of baking soda and baking powder. My suggestion for you, all you bakers out there, is with your baking soda and your baking powder, about this time, September, October, buy new. Use your use your baking soda, put it down your garbage disposal, or use it to clean. But because it's a very active thing, I highly recommend it to be get fresh. You'll see great results. So if you're a baker, they say it lasts for a while, and I'm like, no, it doesn't. And it's very inexpensive. I mean, baking soda is like pennies because it's baking soda. I mean, people use it.
And I would say it's very important to make sure that your baking soda, your baking powder, and your spices are fresh.
Yes, we just, we got the Costco a la, tub o. I'm doing the spoon and scoop method of flour. 1,
And it's 1.5 cups.
1.5 cups of. I'm like, oh, my flour.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get some more flour in that little container.
Yeah, I was like, wow. I'm like, but yeah, this is the time you take inventory and you're just like, oh, just pick it up. And that's 1.5, and then 1 teaspoon each of soda. Ugh, it's chunky. It's always chunky.
You know, it's interesting. We get our soda and powder now at Trader Joe's.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's very, so we get the baking soda. That's very generic. I think it's just Arm & Hammer. Oh, this one we did get Rumford, but we get it with and it's there's some that actually has the no
aluminum.
Oh, no aluminum. That is, some people are very sensitive to that. This is just good old standard baking powder. And a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I just use good old table salt without iodine. You don't need to do anything fancy because it's granulated. It melts really fast.
You whisk that together?
And we just mix it together. Let me get my little mess. I'll just use a quick fork. Just whisk it together. And then I'm going to add let me see, just make sure I'm not losing my mind.
Yeah, one thing about a recipe is you look at the recipe, you read it a couple of times, and as you're doing it, make sure you go through step by step, not to miss any of the steps, because I remember making a pumpkin bread that had no sugar in it. And
no, peanut butter cookies.
Oh, peanut butter cookies.
Oh my gosh,
too.
These suckers would not cook. And we're like, what did you do wrong? And I'm like, well, I did it. I followed the recipe. And I said, let's just go back. Let's think. Close your eyes. And I read it off. And then sure enough, after I read it, he goes, I forgot the sugar. They took like 45 minutes to cook.
Oh my goodness. Samantha, thank you for the update. We have now raised $590 for No Kid Hungry.
So what I'm doing, this also is like, think of it almost like a little sour cream snack cake. So I'm doing full fat sour cream, and then I'm alternating it with, so I'm doing 1/4 cup of that, some of the flour mixture, just getting it to be moistened. We're doing kind of like the muffin mix thing. Another thing with baking, I really recommend, again, because you're not eating this a lot, and a lot of us shouldn't be eating this a lot, is always buy the best ingredients that your pocketbook can afford, and always buy everything full fat. And I know people are needing to watch their sugars. I know a lot of people have different allergies now. I absolutely understand that. But when you're just doing it, because some of these recipes are so particular, always get full fat sour cream. Go get the full fat, what's that thing called? Cream cheese, and because it actually makes a difference. And again, we should be eating everything in moderation. So don't kind of worry about it. And this is all treats. We're making treats that you make once, maybe twice a year. So that's just a little thing that I like to share with people. Okay, there we go. We are completely mixed. That's the sour cream and okay.
Wow, it gets everything off those beaters.
I got the things, and let me put my little thing. So yeah, so I know people are like, well, I need to watch this. I need to watch my intake. Yeah, but when you're trying to not deny yourself and watch it. So look at that beautiful cakey battery. It's going to be so dense and fluffy. So now that I have to layer it, this is a muffin. Oh God, a muffin. I just talked about muffins. a loaf pan 5 by 9. So,
not to interrupt you, Doug, but Mike Wheeler just said, I think I heard Dave say he would get a cup of flour on his head if we hit $750 in the next half hour.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that.
I'm not sure about that.
But if we reach $750 within the next half hour, two things are going to happen. I'll do a couple notes of the song I've sang in public, and we will also release 5 more Fox Hallow Kitchen t-shirts.
That's
Doesn't matter
awesome.
what size donation. So it is $240 right now. So let's see what you guys can come up with here. So the next, if we reach $750, the next 5 people that donate will get a Fox Hallow Kitchen t-shirt. Do you guys have anything you guys want to give away too?
Well,
I have swag bags that I could give away with buttons and magnets and stickers from my channel.
Okay. All right, sounds good. Arnie and Doug, you guys got anything you guys want to give away?
We actually have some aprons that were designed specifically for Christmas. So we can use those for the kitchen as well. We don't have them available right here to show, but they are packed. But we can definitely mail out an apron as a little gift.
Okay, so next half hour, guys, let's get it up to.
Try it.
Let's go for it here. What do you guys think, Donna? You think it's doable?
I think it's more than doable. Come on, you guys. We got this.
Yeah, definitely.
Arnie, Doug, what do you guys think?
I think so. We can definitely do this.
oh, why not?
And if I tell you what, if we do hit $800, I think Mike's idea might be in the cards here.
So Doug,
we'll see.
So
Doug
the
is
gauntlet's thrown down here, guys. Let's see what you guys can do and keep it coming for a really great charity. No Kid Hungry is really awesome and near and dear to everybody's hearts here. So
Okay, mine's beeping, so I'm just going to grab them out of the oven and put them on a cooling rack.
okay.
Got it.
and Doug is assembling right now. He started with a layer of the batter. Then you put in some of the cinnamon sugar concoction and nutmeg and added some apples to that. Now he's putting on another layer of the batter.
Oh, I really should turn this thing on.
Oh, preheating the oven is very important.
I didn't want to just wait too forever, but I was like, you know what? Let's just get that going. This will take about an hour to cook, so we will put this, like I said, on the social medias and the interwebs and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we'll send you guys a picture to Fox Hallow so that you can post a picture on your social media as well. I think you're at what, Hallow Fox on Twitter?
I think they're quiet.
They are muted, so yeah.
We're muting. So yeah, this is the apple I'm using, like I said, is my new hot apple. It's the new thing right now.
Oh, I see that there is some liquid there in the bowl, but
I'm not going to use it.
You're draining that so that it doesn't get too soggy.
Yeah, because it can get really soggy.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Doug, that looks absolutely awesome.
Well, you know, the one thing about cooking also is it's very tactile. Your hands are probably your best tools for things like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a lot. So I put it. Then you get the skewer and just give it a quick little.
Oh, and you just mix it up just a bit.
Ooh, that looks beautiful.
Yes, it does, Doug. And I believe Donna has hers out of the oven here.
Oh,
so.
Yep, they're just cooling. They look great.
Oh, Donna, those do look good.
Okay.
Wait till we ice them. That's the fun part.
Ooh.
So now we have the thing. It's all ready. Just give it a quick little swirl. Clean up your mess around the edges so you don't get any burntage.
Mm-hmm.
And I am getting it all over the microphone because, you know, that's what I do. And I'm like, how did I touch this? So This is an apple fritter quick bread cake, coffee cake.
Wonderful.
So
Awesome.
when the oven warms up, we'll throw it in. It'll take about an hour to cook, and we'll show it once it gets done. And then it's got to cool completely. Sorry.
I suggest a taste testing on PTV tomorrow night.
Yes,
I think so. I think that would be
And I also suggest you send some to each of our houses so we can taste it.
If this is success, I'm sure quick breads, just like anything, do travel well. So if this is it, I might make it with the apples and exactly how I made it and ship it off.
To use our
we love
trademark
you.
here, Donna, this is our opinion on it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So when it gets completely cool, then I'm going to make an icing of just a little bit of milk and powdered sugar. And then I'm going to plop this out, and then I'm going to coat it so it oozes down the side. So it's going to have that apple fritter look.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, my mom always said cooking and baking something good is always a really quick and easy way to show somebody that you do care. So,
Absolutely.
You can really see the texture in the camera there.
That's beautiful.
So yeah, we're
Absolutely beautiful.
It really is. Okay, now that we've seen that, let me go ahead and put the camera back.
And then we can talk about.
So now your oven's at 350, right?
Yeah, 350.
Okay, I missed that part.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been trying to tease it. This thing gets, just like so many other things, gets so screaming hot.
Yeah.
And we here in California are still going through it doesn't know what it wants to be. So it's kind of summerish, but then it gives us the fall feels, and we're going through all kinds of weird climates. So I'm waiting. And I remembered when you were going to start. It warms up quite well. We have an incredible oven.
We're doing our best to coax fall in, but it's just not working yet.
Oh.
Oh my goodness, we are now at $640 raised. Everyone, thank you so much.
Yay.
yeah.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. Janie B says, now it's Pepper Tree Villa's kitchen to have a wonderful aroma, and I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, this is going to be,
the
this
thing
is very
that
dense and appley. And
it's not even baked yet, and
it smells
heavenly now.
Mm.
Oh,
yeah, I will say this much. Since we started baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen, you can agree with me on this.
Yeah.
Our neighbors absolutely love us because we always give out everything that we
give out.
Yeah.
It's true. We love to bake, and my office.
Thank God he has an office.
Yeah, the office, they love the fact that we have a channel like this. So we do a lot of baking for cookies, cakes, pies, things like that. Anything that we bake and cook, I take samples into the office. They love it.
You think that we eat all this stuff? We actually don't. To absolutely be honest with you, a lot of this stuff I'll keep a little bit. Maybe I'll have it a second night. Pretty much I keep another portion for maybe a third. After that, it has to go. Not because I'm just kind of like over it and I just like to make it. So we're constantly giving it to people. It's like, here.
Yeah, needless to say, our neighbors love us, and our landlord actually, the last time he was here fixing something, actually said, "Oh, so you guys are baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen?" I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah. You know what I think we need, Donna?
Yeah.
I think we need another moment with Floof.
Let's do it. That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
And yes, Miss Floof is the official spokes hamster for Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen.
Yes.
We have been after Arnie and Doug to have her as part of the opening for PTV, but how many times a week do I ask you?
At least on Mondays when I've got the show already put
We
together.
want Floof. We want Floof.
So
Oh my goodness, Kay, thank you so much. She just gave another donation to help us get to
Aw.
$750. We are now at $715.
$715, guys. So come on, guys.
That's amazing.
That is amazing. Wonderful. Thank you so much for your generosity. Todd, by the way, I wanted to thank you and Dave for having us on the show to help raise funds for No Kid Hungry. It's just,
as I told you guys last night, when I was kind of coming up with this idea, I couldn't have asked for three better people. Sorry, Doug, but
Oh, that's fine.
oh, Doug, you know how I feel about you.
Okay.
Love you, Doug.
It beeped, and what you want to do, we have an electric oven because just the way we pick it, we have dual fuel. The top is gas, but the bottom is electric, because if you're a baker, you want to bake in electric oven. It's just kind of a sensitive thing. A lot of people have success in gas, but with electric, when it's done and it beeps, make sure your heating element is no longer orange. So
Yeah.
even though it beeps and it says it's up to temperature, wait for the heating element to go black, because it will stay orange for a while. So I just wanted to make sure. It is actually a real thing I noticed, because we've had this oven for 14 years and I'm so sensitive to it. So I'm like, it's going to go in. So bye-bye, bread. Bye-bye now.
But as I was saying, when I was pitching this idea to Dave, you two were honestly the first two that came to mind to help out with this, because Arnie, you guys helped us out so much whenever we were starting out, and Donna, I absolutely adore your channel and everything that you do as well. So, thank you guys again. I mean,
Well, thank you for having us. It was like a no-brainer. When you said we're doing a fundraiser, it's for No Kid Hungry, I'm like, I'm in.
I know. That's how I felt too. Immediately, as a, count us in.
Yeah, there's definitely, when we need to raise. It's sad that we have to do this, living in one of the most powerful and wealthiest country on earth, that we have a food issue that we have to raise and do this. But if you want to go down to the basics, there's three things we need to exist. Is we need to have accessible, affordable, healthy food, and clean air and clean water. And that's the fundamentals of life. So those are the most important things.
Whenever I stumbled across, I didn't even know it was World Food Day until I started doing the research for this, and then I'm like, World Food Day and doing this fundraiser, it just kind of seemed to go hand in hand with everything. So thank you guys again from the bottom of my heart and Dave's heart as well. We really do appreciate you guys.
I think I can speak for all three of us, right, Doug and Arnie, when I say it's our pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. I know we do a lot of joking around. We have a lot of fun on our shows, but when it comes to food, we're very serious. And it saddens me that there are so many people, so many kids that have food insecurity. So
it shouldn't be that way. Like Doug said, in our country, we should not have this issue. It should be a non-issue, and that it is an issue says that we need to do something about it.
And also food education. I mean, we need to bring back home ec. We need to understand that you can have and eat all the stuff you want, but within moderation.
I'll be right back.
And it's very, very, very important to, have that, the education and the accessibility. So this means really a lot. We talk about it all the time when we go to the store and we see what people are purchasing, and it really hurts our heart at times when we see. I understand time's a factor for a lot of people. I understand, affordability, but there's so much you can do, but a lot of people don't have that education.
Yeah, and just giving you guys an update, we are $25 now away from $750.
Yay.
So people may want to get their earplugs ready, because might be coming around.
No.
I don't even if I remember most of that song now. So
you don't have
Should I make my icing?
Yeah, go
right ahead. We have time.
So here they are cooling on the rack. Don't they look beautiful?
Yes.
Okay. So So simple. We just have powdered sugar. And I'm going to do about 2 cups. And that's my half cup measure. And you can sift that if you want to. I just didn't take my sifter out, so it's like, oh, we're gonna.
Powdered sugar depends on what you do. Absolutely, sometimes it just needs to because clump. One thing I've been doing, like really religious now, is you have to sift cocoa powder. You think you plop it in there, it dissolves.
You have to like push it through the little sieve.
Yeah, you have to weigh your cocoa powder, but then again, sift it and put it on like a bendy board or parchment paper or wax paper.
Yep.
Because I found I did that with a pound cake one time and it was chocolate. I'm like, oh, I'll just plop it in there, mix it, do it. And the clumps were all over it. It was nasty. They do not melt. So after you learn your lesson, you're like, with cocoa powder, always sift your cocoa powder.
Yes, absolutely. So
balls.
This is my secret ingredient in this. And no, it's not alcohol. It's Martinelli's sparkling cider.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
This is going to zhuzh it up real good.
Oh, my goodness. That is a great idea. I love Martinelli's.
I don't think I could do that with our apple fritter bag.
Oh, it smells so good.
I think we're
just a little bit to start. And you guys know, you just start with a little bit. And then if you need to add more to get the desired consistency, because we just want to drizzle, we're just going to drizzle it over the top, but it needs a little bit more.
I never thought about instead of just good old milk with it, but I think with the apple fritter bread, we're going to go old fashioned and just do milk and powdered sugar.
That's good too. You can't go wrong with that. Yep, that looks great. So now, oh, I like that. Okay, so I'm going to bring my, am I good? Yeah. And we're just going to drizzle over. And I've got it on a cooling rack with parchment on the bottom, so there's going to be minimal mess here.
Yeah, that Martinelli's is a good secret ingredient.
Yeah, and I like that idea. You can even just do the sparkling, or you could just do good old apple juice or apple cider.
You sure could.
I just didn't. Yeah, that's kind of.
But the Martinelli's, popping that open.
Now, Don, if you lived in the state of Oklahoma, Alaska, the New England states, and you're currently residing in Florida,
yes,
have you known when you've lived in all those different parts, and those are all very drastically different parts of the United States, that cooking and baking in those areas are absolutely different?
Oh, yeah. Each place I've lived has regional fare that I had never heard of. Especially in New England, we have like clam cakes, and Rhode Island actually has their own chowder. I don't know if anyone knows this, but it's clear broth. It's not the creamy kind that you associate with New England clam chowder. It's called Rhode Island clam chowder, and it's a clear broth.
Mm-hmm.
And we have something we call doughboys, which is basically just fried dough. And I've noticed that everywhere I go, like when I lived in Oklahoma, they had fry bread, and it was the same kind of thing. It's basically their version of fried dough, and they put different things on it. We put cinnamon and sugar on ours. They make tacos out of fried bread, and it's just delicious.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Donna, that glaze looks so good on those crescents.
Thank you.
With
Yes.
that being said,
They're done.
we have officially reached $750.
Wow! Oh, yay!
Oh boy, you know what that means.
Dave gets flour on his head, right?
No, I thought
That's
you
an
were
800.
great.
You really want me to punish people with that?
No, I don't care.
Look at us, our modesty. Don't do this if you are trying to be modest.
We'll take a vote here. You guys want to hear me sing a little bit?
Yes.
I got 2 hands up.
Doug?
Putting my arms under like Mary Margaret stuff from Saturday Night Live.
Oh yeah. Superstar.
All right. I don't know if Jackson's still here.
Mike Wheeler's even warming up his voice.
Jackson knows what song I'm going to be doing here.
Yeah.
You and me, we come from different worlds. You like to laugh at me when I look at other girls. Sometimes you're crazy, and I wonder why. I'm such a baby, yeah, the dolphins make me cry. Well, there's nothing I can do. I only want to be with you.
Way to go!
That was great.
Is that a one-hit wonder? Oh no. Is that Hootie and the Blowfish?
Yes.
It was Hootie and the Blowfish.
Hootie, circa 1990s.
Yes. Yeah, he was actually he was just in Johnstown here about 2 years ago. He went up to the one local bar.
Yeah.
And just did a pop-up show. People nobody knew he was coming.
That's fun.
That's groovy.
Love it.
Yes, that is the most you guys will ever get out of me singing wise.
Yeah, that's something that we're going to have to do on Pepper Tree Villa. On PTV Live, I've got to get a recording of Megan and Sherry, Ben and me singing some Christmas carols during our holiday
Oh, yeah,
edition.
Yeah.
We can't do it live on our show because of the way the microphones work with the cameras and all that. So what we're going to have to do is pre-record it and then show a recording of it. So
That would be amazing.
yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Really, George?
George.
Really? Need I remind you we know where you live?
Bird died.
Really, George? Really?
Yeah.
Like I said, George, we know where you live.
Wow.
Well, George, thank you for the comment.
This is called Fruit Fight.
Yeah.
Oh
my gosh. Well, everybody made a lot of things. So these recipes will all be accessible.
Yeah.
So just go to I'm gonna give it just go to Dave and Todd. We'll cough up our recipes.
Yeah.
And for you guys to try all this. And if you want to see
give it an update here too. For the people that donated money-wise, keep an eye on our Twitter account. I will be reaching out to you guys I'll be sending a tweet out here later this evening. I need to know what size shirt and I need you guys' addresses so we can get the shirt sent out. So
yeah, don't put any of that information on here. We don't do it privately. But yeah, definitely reach out to all of us. We're all very accessible. We'll talk to either any one of you if you have any particular questions. We're very accessible.
Yes.
So don't think, oh, well, I'll never get to talk to them again. Not to plug ourselves, but we will be showing off the cake a little bit, this little bread, cake or whatever, tonight, and we'll taste it tomorrow.
Yeah,
live.
we will.
If you want to see a little bit what we do,
we will definitely be tasting it live on our show tomorrow night, PTV Live at 9:30 and 6:30 Pacific.
Victoria, I will be reaching out to you privately, and I'll get a hold of you guys on this. And what do you guys say? Same thing next year?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
Absolutely. Let's do it again next
Let's
year.
go for it.
I
And
just want to say one quick thing.
Yeah.
And I just want to, on behalf of all of us, just thank everyone who donated and who tuned in and watched and who shared out the stream and all of that, because it helps. I know a lot of people can't financially afford to help that way, but when you share out the stream and you watch, it helps. So everyone is helping, and I appreciate all of you.
Yeah, and like I said, the fundraising is running clear through Friday.
You still have time.
Yeah, at the rate you guys are going with this, we will. I'm pretty confident we're gonna smash that goal hands down. So.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, some people were not going to get paid until this next coming up Friday. So if you feel like that's a thing, but just if you can't, just share. Donna made a good thing of like, just say, hey, I just watched this. This is kind of fun. These are great recipes. You guys, go check it out. And so, it's things spread. So that is very true. And we do thank everybody for taking their time on a Sunday to watch, just
Getting you out of bed, Doug?
Huh?
Getting you out of bed?
I actually behaved and I woke up before my alarm clock.
Yay!
I was laying there and I'm like, I said it just in case. But I've been needing to get a lot of sleep. I'll share that with everybody a little bit later and privately. But I woke up just fine, had my little morning ritual that I like to have. And then I looked at the recipe and Arnie's like, we got to get set up. Yeah. So it's all about the show.
And also remember, guys, watching that, just $1 will feed 10 children. That's 10 meals. So you don't have to, if you don't have $10 or $20, $1 will make a difference. So every little bit helps. So just remember.
I should be letting you speak a little bit. I mean,
no, that's okay. I'm good.
He's like, I made the jobs. I'm saying that's enough.
As he's told me probably a million times, I'm supposed to be the face of the brand here. So he's just the behind the scenes. But do you have anything you want to say? Follow up with anything?
No. I mean, I thank everybody for tuning into this and everybody that gave donations. That is terrific. That's this went really well, and I'm glad to have everybody on board.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, this was. I lost sleep over this. I was just hoping to make sure everything went well. I think I drove Arnie and Doug absolutely crazy, along with Donna as well too. Just I've never done this. I want to make sure everything's all.
Yes, this is your first one, right? This is our first live stream, so yeah. I mean, it's all learning script. We're not professionals. None of us are. We're real world people that have real world problems. So don't think that none of us are polished. This is all very hard for a lot of us. So to get in front of it, so this takes a lot for a lot of us to do, and we just appreciate you guys. Again, taking the time to put up with our little awkwardness and our quirks.
Yes. Thank you so much for your generosity.
Yes.
Your time.
And just to say one thing here, Princess Paula Bell, she just mentioned about missing the live stream. Honestly, Paula, you can go back, rewatch the live stream. We will still have the fundraising going out through Friday. So if you even watch the stream, share it out. Every little bit helps. I mean,
yeah.
A little bit goes a long way.
And
we're definitely grateful that you did show up. And thank you guys for helping promote this as well too. I mean, this was a big undertaking. So thank you guys for everything. And any final words, Arnie and Doug?
Just that we will be continuing the fundraising efforts tomorrow night on PTV Live.
Yes.
Yay.
Definitely.
What time is in the world?
Pepper Tree Villa, that's the channel on YouTube. We're on at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific tomorrow night for PTV Live. And a portion of our show will be dedicated to this fundraising effort for No Kid Hungry.
Donna, you have anything?
I just want to thank everybody involved. I want to thank Dave and Todd and Arnie and Doug, and it was just great working with all of you to do this. It was an honor to be serving with you guys, and to everyone, like I said, who watched or donated. It's so appreciated. It really does mean a lot to all of us. I can emphatically say that. So thank you very much. And, you still have the capacity to share this out and give till Friday. So keep it going. Let's get us to our goal.
Support our channel, share all of our information. That's also very much appreciated too, because we'll be doing much more. Donna does amazing things throughout the year.
Yeah,
So,
and thank you guys to all. I almost want to say the new family who subscribed after today. I mean, we've been doing this about 2.5 years now, and we've actually jumped quite a bit over the past week. So thank you guys for coming in and being part of our world and being part of the Fox Hallow fam. So thank you guys. It really does mean a lot from us. So with that being said, just remember, good times and good food on Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen. We'll see you guys all soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.